Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season nice 69 SMJHL and SHL Awards ceremonies. We're doing both back to back. We are doing both late because shit happens, but I am again going to apologize for it being so late in the season 70 season. That's a lot of season. Um, that is already underway. Hope everyone is having a nice season 70 season. I should say S70. That makes no sense otherwise. And looks like my brain is fried from today's workload that I had at work. So I brought in a crutch that did not work at all today to help
Had a
me.
day off.
Um, that's I'm very happy for you that you had a day off. That's Maddie, and it's your first ever SHL or SMJHL award hosting. So welcome to the wonderful world. Bruh.
Thank you. I'm excited to get going. Should be a good show.
I'll drink more beer, and it's obviously gonna go better with speaking words.
I'll drink to that.
Um, that's what you get when the French is hosting. All right, let's get right into it because we have a lot of work to do, and I don't feel like being here for 3 hours. So let's start with the SMJHL Four-Star Cup champions, the Quebec City Citadel. I'm gonna say it the French way because I can,
Mhm.
and because I should. It's Quebec City. Um, so congratulations to QCC. Um, Maddie, you probably have more to say about that than I do.
Yeah, I was a player there. Definitely lots of hype in the locker room when they pulled it off. A little bit of an underdog team, but with good tactics and good stuff, good rookies, they got it done. Uh, yeah, it was a good season for them, of course.
um, so yeah, that's if I'm that's the third, second or third cup in
Their
QCC award.
their second cup. Yeah.
Second, yeah, the first one came rather fast after they came into the league. I think.
Yeah, I want to say season 58 or 59.
Yeah, so like 3 or 4 seasons
Hmm.
after they joined in. So good for them.
Yeah,
The Lorifer Trophy regular season leaders, the Detroit Falcons, who, if my memory serves, won the Four-Star Cup this season before that. So they had really good thing going on there, but didn't complete the back-to-back, ultimately losing against QCC in the finals. And now, well, they're entering more of a rebuild, which is the way of the SMJHL.
yeah, definitely a very strong team for a few seasons now, of course. Yeah, they've got good tactics and good GMs, and so it's good to see them do well.
So both those teams, West and East, playoff champions. So the Lena Lendvik Trophy for the Falcons, West playoff champions, and the King Kerchewski
Yeah,
Trophy
I'll just go with
for
that.
QCC. Obviously, for any newer users joining us lately on the website and following that, uh, East and West in the SMJHL means absolutely nothing because divisions get realigned every season. So West just mean the westernmost of the two teams in the Four-Star Cup finals, which in this case was Detroit. Um,
Yes, very Western City.
Now the individual stats awards. So points leader we have Kale Salad, 106 points. and that's a tremendous amounts of goals as well.
Mm.
55 goals, 51 assists for the main timber. Also winning the Roberto Matrucci Trophy for the regular season goals leader. So really, really a great season we see here for Kiel Salad. I'm not sure either of those are records, but they'd be
Um,
pretty close. I know we've had players over 100 points before, but not a whole lot of them.
a good question. Definitely up there on the leaderboards for Maine
And
there.
I
Uh,
feel
um,
like 55 goals could be a record because
yeah, especially in the J.
higher than that, you're basically at a goal per game, and I don't
Yeah,
remember ever mentioning that on the stream. But we'd have to ask the history buffs.
that'd be me. I should know that.
We should have the history department head. That would help.
Yeah, let's pull that up now.
Um, Ronan O'Keefe Trophy for playoffs point leader is Jack St. Clair, and that's 43 points, 22 goals, and 21 assists, and that could also very well be uh, records.
Hmm. Yes, very strong
Uh,
postseason for St. Clair as always, and now
because that's
doing well
how
in the
many games
SHL.
they did they have a bye in the first round QCC. I assume they did.
Yeah.
Oh no, they didn't. Oh, that's why he played. Um, and that's interesting that QCC actually did not have a bye in the first round and managed to make it all the way to the finals and win it. I think it's the second time that this has happened. Maine did it when they won the cup a few seasons ago.
Hmm. And it's cool to see with FHM 8 for all the crap we give it. It's good to see that underdog teams can actually do well
Yep.
instead of top three team winning every season.
And that 43 points then happened in 25 games, so that's really close to a goal per game and an assist per game
Mm.
in the playoffs, which already gives us a good hint of what could happen with the playoffs MVP trophy. The closest player was Tam Cove on
Mm.
QCC as well with 31 points in
Mm.
25 games. And then for
Got some
anyone who
foreshadowing.
wasn't on QCC and played 25 games, you have a Carolina Adam Perpich at 18 points. But I'm getting ahead of myself, but pretty sure those are actually records, both in terms of points and goals in
Mm.
the playoffs. Season before that, 25 was the most points someone had, 32 from a QCC player before that. So 43 is most likely a, a record
I
of
would
all
say.
time. Matt Lewis Flood Trophy for regular season team save percentage. Bandit Healer and Copernicus Doom Slatter. And that's a good save percentage for goalies in the J.
Hmm. Yeah, just to get over 900 in this sim
Oh, and
isn't an easy task. So
I don't
to
look
get an
at the
average of 903.
yeah, that's pretty interesting to see for a team that uh, overall did not do that well. I think last season,
Uh,
did they
yeah, they were.
even? Oh no, they were pretty good.
Yeah, fourth in the league.
And I should look at the chat more often. Ramen had the answer. Kale Salad set the record for points, but Piastri had 60 goals,
Hmm.
which I felt like I remembered. So that would be the second of all time for goals
For kale salad.
for kale salad. Now, let's get into it. The Elias Armia Award for the Commissioner's Award. Um, we have 3 nominees, and we have the write-ups for the commissioner. And here's a word first from our SMJHL commissioner, ACAP. Last season, this award discussed some of the great efforts that happened behind the scene for the SMJHL, and I'd like to continue on with that theme this season as well. For the past few seasons, I have seen a lot of turnover for the administrative positions that govern various SMJHL departments between our JPT, J Media, and J Awards. I think all 3 had new leaders within 3 seasons of each other. It should come as no surprise that all 3 of those are the people being nominated now. Each has shown their devotion, reliability, and creativity in their new positions. So those are not people that have players in the J, but they did a lot of work that benefits the J. So we have the great Toe Jam, who almost was here tonight, but then had to deal with children and going to sleep, which I heard is a everyday challenge from all my friends on the league who have children. Great Toe Jam astounded us with their application and put in new system to renovate the J Media department as soon as he was hired. When we had concerns regarding fake and automated media being posted, he already had a solution by the time I asked him about it. So awesome.
Nice.
Toe
Congratulations to
very involved with the J before as well, being an intern, and always helping when I need a draft helper in Maine.
I believe so, yes.
So that's the great Toe Jam. What happened there? Okay. Antik, who is the awards head, and no, this isn't rigged. ACAP also wants to commend the patience, reliability, and consistency of Antik and the J Awards department when we had turnover here and we weren't sure if we had any valid candidates interested in the position. Took a little discussing, but ever since then, Antik has been amazing at the position. His constant effort and drawing up ballots and ensuring a fair process is huge, and I can't understand how fine of a line he's walking, making sure committee members and GMs get their ballots and nominations in respectively without becoming overbearing. Antik's patience is one that deserves so much recognition, and I changed the pronouns here because I think ACAP doesn't know them, but I know that the pronouns are he. So I took the liberty of changing that. And yeah, from experience, well, Antik just made that new template for awards. Love it. Replaces mine that was a bit overdue. And
this one's very clean for sure.
And always giving us a lot of material to work with. So love that. And someone else I will always love, Jay, and the JPT department. Say that 5 times fast. J and the JPT department, 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 J and the JPT department. I'm not going to ignore an order from my commissioner while my renewal for JHO is pending. So I'm going to do everything he says. Jay's responsiveness and communication is second to none. Not a single thing happens without Jay being aware of it and communicating any possible changes back to JHO. They have contingency plans within contingency plans, and by the time anything goes wrong, they've already informed us about it and proposed an alternative solution. So, yeah, love Jay from the moment I scouted him at 3 a.m. in the morning the day before the draft, and that draft was at noon, so not even 12 hours before the draft. And I'm gonna take every chance I get to. So I'm very proud of what he's become. And the winner is Jay. I just skimmed over the thing here. I really wish I could just give this award to everyone each season, but I can officially give it only to one person. It is my distinct honor to award the S69 Nice Armia Award
Nice.
to Jay, 2233. Thank you, everyone. You're welcome, ACAP. Great job.
Yes. Three very strong candidates, three people who have helped the J a lot, and so it's good to see them get some recognition for that.
The Nor-Iraq Top GM duo. Whoa. This thing keeps glitching. We have the Detroit Falcons, so Vaxlar and Pickle Juice, the Maine Timber, Southpaw, and the Great Toe Jam, and QCC, Phalanx, and Ramen. Yes, Nor smells. I agree, Brick. So let's see what they had to say. Detroit, another season as the top team. We've seen it before. Finalists for a second time in a row. Not quite as dominant, but really, when we take into account the past 3 seasons, Detroit stands out. For Maine as well, very strong team for the past 3 seasons. 1 cup and 1 final. So basically exactly what Detroit just did, but 1 season before the cup and 1 season before in the finals. So maybe QCC loses in the finals this year to keep the tradition going.
Well, they have a few finals losses beforehand now. I think against both Maine and Detroit. But
and for QCC, had a rough time during the regular season, but the improvement in the tenacity to get into the playoffs and win it all really shows the work put in by the GMs. So are you looking at the thing, or do you want to guess who's winning?
I mean, I have to give it to my hometown of QCC if I had to guess, but 3 great GM teams here that like any one of them could win here, and I don't think anyone would complain.
And
But I'll have to guess QCC.
and the Nor-Iraq Award for Best GM Duo is going to glitchy thing QCC, Quebec City Citadel. So you were right on that.
Nice.
Flex and Ramen getting the top GM duo alongside that cup. So congratulations. Next we have the first All-Star team. It's weird that they start with the first. I always started from the bottom. But anyways,
Yeah.
Kale Salad, Bodan Jarovsky, I think from Kelowna. I don't know them all well enough. Powder Musky, Alana Maximova, that's from QCC. That we know, because I know Annie very well. Nash Topalo, that's Jace, and Bandit Healer. So congratulations to the first All-Star team, and next season, Antsik, maybe give me the teams on that. Oh, that's not Antsik, actually, that's the All-Stars. So that's Caleb? Yes. Caleb
Yes.
is J All-Star head.
Yes.
The Zach Miller Award for Most Dedicated User. We have Ranger Jace, who still plays for Detroit. Carpy from Newfoundland, and BBJYGM, who is now gone to the Big Boys League, but was on Detroit last season after being traded there by Regina. So here we have Ranger Jace. Jace. Where's Jason? That member of HO, SHL HO, Master of the Calendar, always there to help with a bank problem. I sent him one, and before I could even see if he saw the message, or like I didn't even have time to try to refresh the page and see if it was fixed, and it was already fixed. We all love the Nash emotes, and Zach Miller and Jace. That definitely a nomination that makes sense. Carpi leading the graphics department, encouraging everyone to participating in Graphics Academy. Carpi is a great person, and Red Carpet had a great rookie season as well, and gonna be very useful in the rebuild there in Toronto, and always happy to share Winland management and the teams. Actually, you've been Carpi's backup for a while, and now it looks like Carpi's going to be your backup for the foreseeable future.
For a little bit until Smith is done.
And BBJY GM basically revolutionized fantasy and made it so streamlined that it's very easy now to follow and do. Great at Excel, like I could only dream of being that good with Excel. And Hodor, the player, is a defensive monster. So who do you think gets it?
I do have to give a shout out to Jace as a fellow dog render player. But I think that the winner is going to be Carpi, just because all of these are pretty SHL focused rather than J, but Carpi's more kind of both, I guess. So I think Carpi.
So the Zach Miller for most dedicated user is going to go to BBGY GM,
Nice.
who's actually been nominated at least once before with that player, so and didn't win it that time, but this time around, and I'm gonna say this is just Regina being dissed, because he was on Regina the first time, so he couldn't win an award.
No, not allowed.
Because I'm spreading my curse to the whole team now. But congratulations. Always a pleasure to be around and doing such great stuff. The Vyacheslav Onoprienko Award now for most underrated player and also user, so it's kind of a both award. And that's GMs submitting players and users. So we have Smurfunkel Duffy, S. Mars from QCC, Shorzy Wubbit from Colorado, and Edzus Oslins, so Apollo Orion and Shawnee for Colorado and Maine. So we see the stats there. I think those are all players that definitely had an impact on their teams on the ice. But we also have some little... I'm going to read those in their integrity because that's what their GMs had to say about them. So it'd be rude to not actually read those. So starting with Smurfunkel in QCC. In a season filled with outstanding rookies, Quebec uncovered a hidden gem with the 38 overall pick. Smurfunkel Dothy became an unexpected piece of our cup-winning season, filling in anywhere he was needed, from the third-line wing to playing defense on the top power play line, but his most important contribution was by far his presence in the locker room. Mars entered the team as a wide-eyed rookie, still learning the side, but took every challenge in stride and quickly became a staple of the locker room, from helping teammates during tough times to bring energy and enthusiasm to our weekly game nights, even meeting up with SHLers in person at Blue Jackets games. We've done that too at ECHL games, so that's a bit less fancy. Takes a lot to stand out in the locker room as a rookie, especially with big name recreates all around, but Mars has lived up to every challenge and surpassed every expectation of a new user. While he may not be known well outside of Quebec just yet, he's a force to be reckoned with and eager to prove that the S69 4-Star Cup is just the first of many great accomplishments in the SHL. If your GM is one of the SHLer at the Columbus games, that helps.
That's true.
For Apollorian Shorzy Wobet, Apollorian has been an amazing example of what the Ono Trophy exemplifies. Come on, guys. Amazing example of what it exemplifies. I'm disappointed. Since the moment I met him, between his friendly demeanor and interest in gaining more insight on the SHL, it's hard to want anything more in a player. In the locker room, Apollo was an immediate bump in vibes. Along with this, Apollo became a side dev in his first season. I know he must be doing some good stuff if Teddy will have him around. Exactly the type of person you hope to stumble on before the draft. And for Shawnee, God, this is so long. All right, I'm going to take a deep breath. Shawnee has to be a name that you think when you think of the Ono Award. This award is designed for underrated players and users in the league, and it fits what Shawnee has been to Maine perfectly. We picked up Shawnee in waivers in S68, and he's been a great addition to our locker room and the overall culture here in Maine. He is one of the most active voices, and he continually is looking for more ways to get involved with the team. He was recently named as an alternate captain this season, and he even stepped up and took on a job as an HO intern for this past season. He stepped way out of his comfort zone and to try and find more ways to be involved in the league and also give back. As a user, he is looking to continue to get involved, and I'm sure if many people realize just how hard he has worked to get to the point he is at now. That's 4 words starting with H's in a row. That's not nice.
Another alliteration.
From a player standpoint, I think all Limbs fit the bill perfectly as well. The Timber had a great season, and although we didn't have a deep player run, the team still looked extremely strong. Shawnee's player contributed well by crossing the 30-point mark and was a crucial in a lot of our defensive plays this year. It was definitely tough to not see the numbers get put up, but anyone that followed Maine knew that Oslims was an extremely important player for us. His stats do not show it, but the user in the season that met had points to one thing, and that is Shawnee as an unknown nominee and potential winner. I prefer the one with the exemplifies, but shorter text. That was so long.
They just got to get their alliterations in there.
Who's winning now, Maddie? Do you think?
I mean,
are we gonna do the Homer pick again?
Got to do Homer, but like high praise from all their GMs. Like this is a very strong Ono Nom group, and all great names as well. I'll add Doth, Wobbit, and Oslokin. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, I have to rep my guy Mars. He's been great in QCC ever since he joined. Great in the locker room and also great on the ice. So
and a lot of hits for all of those. Like all of those has over 100 hits.
Very physical.
So I guess hitting is underrated, according to these GMs. The Vyacheslav Onoprienko Award for S69 goes to. Did that work? No. Edzus Ozolins, that's Shawnee. So congratulations. very well deserved. I share a few servers with Shawnee HO, another one that I will not name. So always a pleasure to be around, and well deserved. And
Yeah.
I said I wanted to do that fast, and I'm talking way too much. That's the beer talking. So now
Uh,
that we're done with the like users, recognizing users, we're gonna speed run this with the stats.
the write-ups that got you talking.
So Alex Light Award for most improved players. We have Ekaterina Valieva, who went from 10 goals and 18 assists to 32 goals, 49 assists. So that's definitely something. Tiberius Kane going from 14 goals and 14 assists to 23 goals and 43 assists. So big jump as well. And Kale Salad, our record breaking season in terms of points, but in terms of improvement, started much higher than the previous two. So that's where that could hurt for Kale Salad in the Alex Light Award, going from what was already a good top six player to best player in the best, well, the top season ever for the J. Who do you think gets it? There's a lot less to discuss about that one.
Yeah, I have to give it to Valieva personally. Like Kale Salad going from already point per game to 106 is definitely nothing to sneeze at, but I would say going from 28 points to 81 is a lot more of a jump for
Yeah,
me.
that's over 50 points.
Yeah.
So let's see. The Alex Light Award for this season goes to Ekaterina Valieva, plus 53 points. That's a crazy jump.
Yeah, that's huge.
The jump is almost like the it's almost thrice as many points, which is absolutely insane. Definitely the most improved, and shows that Kelowna did well, paying to get up in that waivers claim and get Valieva.
Mhm.
The all defense team, we have Mushu the Dragon, Toxic Neutrality, Jared Lakemore, Ricard Meltzer, John Brown, and Bandit Healer. Yeah, more often than not, the goalie on the all defense team is going to be the goalie from the first All Star team, because that's the one time it's the exact same uh, criteria. You can't really base goalies on offense or in defense. But congratulations to everyone there for being so good defensively. And
Yeah.
maybe next season, Just to Buy My Love is going to be on there.
I can see it.
And we follow that up with the Brandon Holmes Award for Best Defensive Forward. Um, and we have here actually three entirely different people.
Oh, interesting.
So, obviously, two different committees voting those. The All Star Committee is in charge of All Star games and these All Star, All Defense, All Rookie teams, and that's the Brandon Holmes voted by the Awards Committee. But so they obviously value things differently. Victor Hargreaves, so we already know who Maddie is gonna vote for or guess for, from QCC. 61 points, 44 blocks, 88 hits, great giveaway takeaway ratio. Played quite some times short-handed and low shots against by 60. Valieva, we just heard about Valieva's points, but also managed quite a few blocks and hits. Good giveaway takeaway ratio there, not quite as high and a good save shots against by 60, and Jacob Fournier from Newfoundland, 41 points, so the least of all the three, but that's not a two-way, that's a defensive award, contrarily to the Jeff Dar in the SHL, which is a two-way award. 47 blocks, 93 hits, so the most of the three in both of those categories. Giveaway takeaway ratio is a bit lower than Hargreaves. Lots of short-handed time on ice, and very good shots against by 60. Definitely suppressing scoring chances for Jacob Fournier. So you're guessing Hargreaves anyways?
I mean, Laura might be angry at me about this. This is Laura's player on QCC, but Fournier, I mean, that short-handed time, those shots against out of 60, that's going to be hard to beat for me. And also, as you say, it's a defensive award, not a two-way award, so
Yeah, I
the
think
points
I
don't
think
really
if it
matter for
was
it.
a two-way award, Hargreaves would be a great pick, even and better than Valieva, because Valieva seems even more focused on the offense. But in
Right.
this case, you would be right. The Brandon Holmes Award is going to Jacob Fournier of the Newfoundland Berserkers. Uh, so congratulations. Moving on with the Kila Agante Award for Best Defenseman. So that's Best Defenseman and not Best Defensive Defenseman, which is coming up next. We have Nash Topalo, Elena Maximova, and this guy. I'm gonna say the bulk. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna try
fair.
the first part. It's probably not even pronounced the bulk. Probably like do bulk.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to
I
pronounce
I
the
have
O.
no idea. Similar stats for all three. Offensively, a bit like fewer points, but not that much for Dubolk. Giveaway takeaway ratios, really all over the place. But that 7.5 ratio is definitely something for Topalo. The bulk, lots of blocks and hits, so maybe also a nomination. I didn't look at the nominations for defensive defenseman. No, neither of those will be there for the defensive defenseman.
Interesting.
And Flex wants us to remember that Maximova was a rookie, so just being nominated here as a rookie is pretty impressive. Do you go back to QCC Homer pick, or do you go with the friendly dog render?
I mean, I feel like I have to go back homer here. Can't do two in a row, not. But that giveaway to takeaway ratio is really strong, and I mean, all the points are pretty similar across the three of them, but um, I would have to give it to Maximova though.
And also playing on a team that struggled a lot at the beginning of the season,
Right.
so really led the team here, while Tapalo was on a strong team that, you know, it's always a debate with awards. How much
Yeah.
is the team helping the player and the player helping the team? And well, they wouldn't be first maybe if Tapalo didn't have that great of a season. Wasn't Tapalo also a rookie, by
Um,
the way?
I
I think so.
I think I thought he was a sophomore. I
Sophomore?
thought he was 69 or 68 as his first season.
Oh yeah, it was Bad Wolf who was first overall in the
Uh,
SMJHL. Wait, no, has it been that long since Jace were created?
um, I'm not sure. He's in the
Yeah, Jace was
draft
second
server for
overall in
69.
S67 draft, so it's
Hmm.
yeah, I'm completely off base here. So,
Time goes
oh,
quick.
I clicked it by accident, but the Kila Agente Award goes to Elena Maximova. So congratulations to Enigmatic for being the rookie best defenseman.
Yeah,
It's a very
that's
big accomplishment.
yeah,
So
hard trophy to win as a
as a
as a
rookie,
rookie,
definitely. So
not as a
very
defenseman.
impressive. Um, Moving on, second All Star team, Bastien Primo, Hai Nam Hong, Katrina Valieva, Nino Di Giuseppe, Brendan LaRue, and C. Gibus. So
Nice.
congratulations to all of them. Moving on with the Alexis Melzer Award for Best Defensive Defenseman. We're gonna have John Brown, Pete Aylman, and Chuchichashli Zopf, something like that,
I like it.
respectively from the Battleborn Knights and Raptors. Um, Lots of blocks and hits across the board. Um, Giveaway takeaway ratio around that of Topalo for Brown and Zopf, actually even higher for Zopf, over 8 as a giveaway takeaway ratio. A lot of short-handed time for all of them, killing penalties, and shots against by 60 um, as well are well, they're higher than the ones we've seen for forwards, but
Mhm.
that's the plight of the defenseman playing that much short-handed time.
Yeah,
Um,
that's also how good your team is. Also contributes a lot to this stat. How good your line mates are.
Indeed. Um, so I'm gonna guess A cap because I want him to hire me again.
ACAP is John Brown, correct?
Yes.
Yes, I think I agree with you here. I mean, yeah, just overall the strongest for me.
Yeah. Lots of hits, lots of blocks,
Um,
and the Alexis Melzer Award is going to John Brown. So
nice.
congratulations, A cap, winning that trophy. Cedric Robinson Award for best goaltender.
My favorite
Why
award.
do they keep um we have Zerg. I'm just gonna say Zerg. That's the
Yeah,
username, but I'm not giving that a
that's
try.
too many Zeds.
Uh, 18 wins on Colorado. Lots of saves. So many saves. Uh, and over 49 games, keeping relatively low goals against average and relatively high save percentage on a struggling Colorado team. I mean, just comparing the number of saves, did play more games than the other two. C. Jebus from Kelowna and George Walsh from Anchorage. Um, I would have loved to see goals saved above average, which I think is the best stats we can get for goalie with what FHM gives us. But
Yeah, I just pulled that up here. C. Jeebus has a 12 goal save above average. Uh, the Colorado one minus .16, and George Walsh is 3.69. Nice.
nice. And the winner is C. Jebus.
Nice.
So that goal saved against uh, a save percentage, everything. Really a good season. So congratulations to C. Jebus. All rookie team, we have Jiggly Puff, Smurfunkel Doth, Kieran Kovalev, Elena Maximova, obviously, hopefully, Timo Lambert and Luka Nogolov.
Nice.
So
Couple
congratulations
QCCs
to
there.
all rookies, and yeah, you that was indeed a good season for QCC rookies.
Hmm.
And the best rookie, the Esa Anrikanen Award, named again after the word I'm looking for is after Winland legend Esa Anrikanen. Uh, we have Luka Nogolov from Nevada, 22 win in 53 games. Uh, 3 shutouts, like really just rookie goalie coming in and doing the job for most of the games. That's just the thing. We have Elena Maximova, our defenseman of the year from QCC, 22 goals, 29 assists, 51 points as a rookie and a defenseman is very strong. And Jiggle E Puff, Ziegel, I see you, hi. 25 goals, 42 assists, and 67 points. Not many blocks, but a lot of hits. I'm not sure if that's going to cut it as a forward. Only 16 points over the defenseman Maximova, or maybe Nogolov with the high responsibility of just coming in and being a starter. Maybe Nogolov just swoops in and takes it, but now you have an even harder decision to
I
pick
don't have
because
a choice.
you have two homer picks and you have to pick
And a
one of them
goalie.
and a
I think it's
goalie.
hard to win this award as a goalie, though. I have to. I'm gonna say Maximova probably just because that crazy season as a rookie defenseman. That's hard to beat for me.
Flex does mention that this is the first point per game rookie in FHM history, so that's
Oh,
also nothing to scoff at. But let's see what we have here.
oh,
And the Esa Enercanon is going to Jiggle E Puff.
nice.
So congratulations. Lots of attention for the power forward hitting and scoring a point per game. Esa Enercanon, congratulations, Ziegel. And we keep moving with the Aydin Fala League MVP. So here we have Powder Muski, Kale Salad, and Boden Jarowski. I don't see how Muski could win it over Kale Salad.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't see how Kale Salad doesn't win
like
this one,
it's I don't
breaking records.
I'm curious to see why you can have two players from the same team be nominated for most valuable because it's always most valuable to your team.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an interesting conversation that must have happened in the awards committee, and
Hmm.
I don't know, maybe Jarowski's
Yeah.
impact in Detroit was bigger, but the record setting of Salad is gonna be hard to only third player ever to cross 100 points in the SMJHL.
And it's interesting the debate between most valuable to your team or best player overall for this award as well.
Yep.
We'll see how they voted for this.
Um, so the league MVP, the Aydin Falah, is going to Kale Salad. Really not a surprise. Um, Also, see, that's what I like. The write ups. I would not have known that, but the first player in SMJHL history to cross the 50-50 mark. So whenever we had played the other two player over 100 points, or when obviously when Piastri had 60 goals, neither went over 50 50 in both stats, so very impressive as well. Uh, they even went so deep as to give us the face-off wins. That's 58%. 622 face-offs won. That's good for third in the league. So really just doing it all here for Kale Salad. The Brody Witzel Trophy for playoffs MVP. All QCC players, and I mean, Subjack did great in goal, but like we've seen it. That's almost a goal and an assist per game. Like the 50-50 mark in the regular season is very good, but the 2020 mark in the playoffs as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and it's an obvious
fair.
one here as well.
Yeah.
Jack Sinclair, Brody Witzel for MVP. Obviously, the cup is a team effort, and the other two really deserve much recognition, but those stats are just insane.
Yeah, a great playoffs as always from St. Clair.
And no suspense of any kind here. Just switching right to the slide with the Raymond Lindsay, MVP voted by the players. Kale Salad with an absolute majority, like
Yeah, not a huge
60%,
surprise
close
here.
to 60% is actually very high when you know that people will organize and try to campaign for players on their team. But
Mhm.
again, you can't. At some point, you can't be that much of a homer.
No.
Is that it? Do we have? I think that's it. Yep, that is the end of that. So, this is not gonna be pretty now if I have to switch. I don't have a placeholder slide, so I'm just gonna do. Oh, maybe if I do it like that, it's gonna work.
Nice.
Start that and then go to.
Seamless.
What time is it? All right, let's take a
9 o'clock.
2 minute break so I can go grab the other beer because this one's almost empty and I'm thirsty.
Well,
And
I
then
brought
we
two
are
for.
going to start the SHL Awards.
Sounds good.
And we are back for the nice SHL Awards ceremony. We don't have the whole document here with Schwartz just taking over. We didn't have time to build everything with the... so we're just going to read what's on the slides, and that's going to be it. Challenge Cup champions, the Philadelphia Forge. No surprise here. That's on the banner on the site, in the rotation at least. So congratulations to the Forge, who are also having a great start to the S70.
Yeah, it's good to see them as an expansion team break out and win their first cup as a franchise.
Next, we have the Mathias Chouinard Trophy for East Playoff Champions. Philadelphia Forge again. Obviously, if you win and you're from the East, well, that means you've won that one as well. The Cole Reinhardt Trophy, West Playoff Champions, the Winnipeg Aurora. Love that team. Hate having to say Aurora out loud. And yeah, let's try that again this time.
Strong team
Winnipeg,
for some time.
Been very good for a long time, but can't seem to win it because I'm on the team and I'm a curse. Next we have President's Trophy.
One more time for you.
Winnipeg. So winning games in the regular season, but falling short in the finals. Sergei Karapetsov Trophy for regular season points leader. Konstantin Selik, 106 points. 16 points, sorry, from Buffalo. So that's a great, like almost an assist per game, and then the goals to go along with that. So great season from Selik here. Goals.
And,
oh, sorry.
I've got the records pulled up here this time. That's most most all time for Selik.
Most all
for
time.
Points.
So both leagues had their most points in the season records broken. Oh, I didn't. Hold on. Do not capture the cursor. That's annoying as hell. Much better. Sorry about that. I'm sure that was driving people crazy. It would have driven me crazy watching that. Great. Next we have the J. McDonald Trophy for goals leader, which is a tie between Evil Albrand and Max Manning. So to go along his Elias Armia, Jay is also getting half of a J. McDonald Trophy alongside with Evil Albrand.
Both top 5 in goals for our current era of FHM8. So strong seasons by them.
Congratulations to both of them. The third Ferguson, we're going back to Buffalo with penalty minutes leader. That's Jay Sink. And that's only 1 minute of penalty in average per game. So it's... I've seen worse.
It's been a lot higher for sure, but you don't usually see that from a top kind of contending team for the third Ferguson Trophy.
Next up, we have the Mike Huncho Trophy for fewest goals allowed. The Argonauts, Willie Miller. No one's gonna really be surprised to see Willie Miller win a goalie award again. Really piling him up, and alongside his fellow backup, loyal backup, Thor Odinson. The third All-Star team, William Salming, Miguel Hefeweizen, Askel Fiske, Angus McFife, the 18th, Sean Gates and Rebecca Montagne. Congratulations to all of you for making the third SHL All-Star team. The John McBride Award for Best Goaltender, we have Adam Rage, we have Brick Wall, and we have Olaf Kursico. Interesting, they gave us the goals against and not the goal against average. We don't
I believe Brick Wall has the highest goals saved against average. Not sure about goals against
save
average.
percentage are very similar. Like all of those are very similar. The teams they played for also were, as far as I remember, last season they were rather close
Yeah.
in the standings. Those three teams, so really could go either way. And the John McBride Award is going to Brick Wall from the Montreal Patriots. Congratulations, Brick. I'm gonna go really fast because I just got a work email and it's urgent and I think I fucked up. So I'm gonna try to go into that as fast as I can.
That's fair.
Scott Stevens Award for Best Defenseman. We have Adeli Depengu from Chicago, Christian Kinsinger, and Marcel Beck, both from Winnipeg. Lots of blocks for Pengu, as well as Beck. Kinsinger, a bit fewer, but got the points. Actually, Pengu and Kinsinger have the same amount of points. Giveaway takeaway ratio is very strong for Kinsinger here.
Yeah, I think it'll have a new bias team now for Chicago. I hope Pengu wins, but I think it'll be between him and Kinsinger.
I'm hoping for a Winnipeg one, but I still love Chicago. I used to in the old days.
In the old season 50s.
And the Scott Stevens Award is going to Adeli Depengu. So congratulations. Nice. Moving on with the Bojo Biscuit Award for Best Defensive Defenseman. We have Marcel Beck again, Ole Olsen, and Sean Gates. So those giveaway takeaway ratios being written as like a time confused the hell out of me. Gates blocked so many shots, but the giveaway takeaway ratio is a bit worse than the other two.
Yeah.
So it's hard to look at that. We don't have the shots or goals against by 60 on those.
And I would assume they all played power or penalty kill.
Yeah.
Those shots blocked by Gates, though, I think
that's
hard to beat for me.
Like even with the other stats, like even Beck, that's a lot of block shots, and it's still over 100 fewer than Gates.
Yeah.
So the Bojo Biscuit Award for Best Defensive Defenseman goes to Sean Gates from the Manhattan Rage. Jeff Dart Award, we talked about it earlier a bit. Best two-way forward, not best defensive forward. We have Grogu Mendoza, who's been nominated for that before in the past as well. So that's a lot of points, but also decent numbers of blocks and hits, and a good giveaway takeaway ratio. Lord Raiden, fewer points, still over a point per game though. More shot blocked and more hits than Mendoza. And Valor, also just a bit over a point per game. That's 69 points. Nice. 53 blocks. Those are all good candidates.
Yeah. I mean, Mendoza obviously the best offensively here. So I think that edges out the others because defensively it's pretty close. But I thought this is an interesting one for me.
And the Jeff Dar Award is going to Grogu Mandosen from the Calgary Dragons. Congratulations. This is the way. All rookie team, we have Nibbles the Squirrel. That's a hard word to say for me. Nibbles the Squirrel, Edward
Yeah.
Elric, Julian Eaglesong, Johnny Paddy,
Hey, I don't know.
Julian Florsch, and Caleb Hayden.
Nice.
Congratulations, everyone, on making the SHL and making it good. And following that with Best Rookie, the Ryan Jester Award. We have Nibbles the Squirrel. So, that's not a point per game. That's close, but not quite.
No, yeah,
Um,
be four
the,
under.
the over 100 hits is pretty impressive and not too bad of a giveaway takeaway ratio for a rookie forward. Julian Florsch, great giveaway takeaway ratio. That's a rookie defenseman, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise, it's a
Yes,
very
defenseman.
defensive forward. But yeah, that's a defenseman, so the blocks are there. Decent points for defenseman as a rookie as well. And Edward Elric, that's 59 points, so that's pretty good. Also has the blocks and the hits, and similar giveaway takeaway. So I'd have a hard time differencing between Nibbles and Elric.
Yeah, I
It's
want to say
it's
those two
almost the
split a
same. It's
vote.
almost the same
Yeah,
player.
I think Flourish for me this one, but
Yeah, I think
Nibbles
that's
and Elric will be close as well.
yeah. So the Ryan Jester is going to Nibbles the Squirrel. They wanted me
Nice.
to say that one more time. Congratulations, Southpaw, another great Winland player.
Hmm.
The Aidan Richen Award for Most Improved. We have Melvin Majestic Moose. We have Askel Fiske and Dave Heinrich. All people that I appreciate a lot. And we don't. Next season, we're gonna try to make sure we have the for this award the previous seasons as well. Because right now, I have absolutely no idea what to say about
Yeah, I'm
that.
not too sure. I know Fisk was on my fantasy team last season, so did well. Um, and I also will say that
Giveaway
uh,
takeaway is a bit bad for Fiske though,
yeah,
but 45
and,
goals again coming up from how much. We're gonna try to make sure next season we get those. But
and
the
just
Aidan
because I
Richen Award goes to Melvin Majestic Moose.
nice. So another
So
good win by
you're gonna
Chicago.
have to look them up yourselves at home tonight. Bit of a homework for people here. The second All Star team, Max Manning, Melvin Majestic Moose. That's a lot of M's. Gonzo Gobbledygook in defense, Hans Graf and Wendolin Ramsbottom, and Olaf Karsico. Congratulations to everyone. Lance Uppercut Award for Best GM Duo. We have the New England Wolfpack, Luke and Jeffy. We have the Seattle Argonauts, Adamantium, and a Fisherman. And the Montreal Patriot, Kempin Killer, and Ben Pachi. Again, this is also weighed over 3 seasons. So really seeing like not only who did well, but who rebuilt, who made the good trades to improve their team in the long run over the past few seasons, and also the results for the S69 season and the
So this
winners.
will
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
This will be an interesting one to see how they voted as well, because Seattle has been good for forever, pretty much. And well, recently, at least. But these other two teams kind of climbed the standings in the past few seasons, so be interesting to see how it goes here.
And the Lance Uppercut Award goes to Luke and Jeffy of the New England Wolfpack. So congratulations on the Lance Uppercut Award. Joe McKeel Award for Best Coach. So really looking more at a single season and who's got the best out of their team, the best strategies and all that. So we have again the Montreal Patriots, Cameron Keller and Ben Pachi, but also Kath,
A big
NJ
coaching team.
Bagapple, JG 2019, Brickwall, and Shiloh. Wolfpack only nominating Jeffy, not even talking about Luke, so that's interesting to see how that goes in that locker room.
Yeah.
Or war room. And the Winnipeg Aurora, again, they've been there for a few seasons because they've been doing a great work taking the best out of their players. Suburb, Master Sheep, Jess. That's just Jess, man.
Just Jess.
No one uses that.
No Skull Pandora.
Rashford, Rashford again. You. I've never once. I think that's the first time I'm noticing there's a letter after Rashford.
Yeah,
And
I want to say he
Ace.
changed his site name, but I'm not sure about that. I might just be making stuff up there.
Um, so the Joe McKeel Award is going to Jeffy,
Nice.
single-handedly winning the Best Coach Award. So congratulations, Jeffy, for both of those awards, managing the Wolfpack.
Hmm.
You can fire Luke maybe now and just take over for yourself.
Yeah, sort of cool.
Damian Littleton for most dedicated user. That's a weird slide here.
Yeah.
A Polorian and a Downer GM1. If I click, what's happening?
Well,
Okay, I think maybe the slide is not complete. Gonna check the site real quick. Or did they just decide that?
they're both listed on the site.
Wait, history, monster teams, no awards.
And it's for most dedicated.
Okay, so I'm not sure I understand exactly what happened here, but they're winning that. Um,
Yeah,
they're
maybe they
obviously
died.
very involved, I think, with mostly side dev, but
Yeah, as we talked
it's
about for
yeah,
Apollo earlier there.
yep. It's just I'm not sure why GM won because I don't think either of those are GMing a team.
I'm not sure.
I yeah, but the committee just unilaterally giving the Littleton to both of those without any other nominees. So that's their prerogative. They can do that.
Hmm.
First All-Star, congratulations. I don't want to undermine the dedication. I'm just confused at how it's been presented, but obviously doing so much work for the site dev.
Yeah, both deserving no matter what.
So very well deserved in there, improving the league and the website. Um, First All Star team: Konstantin Solik, Evil Albrand, JQ, Adeli Depengu, Christian Kinsinger, and Brickwall. The only one we haven't already named here is JQ. So congratulations to all of you, and nothing. That's the end of that sentence. Congratulations on being named to
Yeah,
the
strong
first All
players
Star
this
team.
season.
The Ron Mexico Award for Most Valuable Player voted by the committee. We have Brickwall, Evil Albrand, and Silic. So one of the two players tied for goals. The leader in record-breaking season for Selick in points, and Brickwall. I'm not reading those in order, but Brickwall with the goals against and shutout. Very, very great season. Like, that's barely over 2 goals against if he played every single game.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, it's very hard for goalies to win this one, especially. People usually vote for the most points.
Yeah,
So I can't see Silic losing this.
just being nominated for that's voted by the committee and not the user, so that there's
Oh,
a
sorry.
bit more
I
of a
thought this
chance,
was gone. Yeah.
but still it's hard because the argument of the team in front was good. Like, you need an absolutely garbage team and still uh, great save percentage, I think. But let's see what the committee did here with the Run Mexico Award. It's going to the record breaker, Konstantin Selic, breaking the points in a single season. So congratulations. Anton Razov, we're going for playoffs MVP before voted by the player. So we have Evil Albrand, also had great playoffs, base pack in nets, and Miko Rashford, the runner-up candidate from the runner-up team. I mean, with a lot of assists though, but I don't know if that's gonna cut it.
Yeah, usually the winning team wins this one. So I think base pack personally would be my vote, but this is interesting to see.
Yeah. And the Anton Razov Award is going to base pack. You hit
Nice.
the nail right on the head.
Good to see a goalie.
Razov base pack going with the playoffs MVP as a goalie, and the players MVP for a regular season, voted by the players, is Konstantin Selic. This one, again, not surprising. You see a guy who breaks the record for points in a single season. It's hard to vote against that.
Yeah.
So that is it for the SHL Awards. That went a lot faster because we didn't have all the write-ups and stuff. So yeah, that is going to be it for us. Gonna take the time to thank both of the awards committee and the all-star committees to have put those together, taking their time to vote. Gonna take the time as well to say, if you're interested in working for the events department, streaming some events, or if you can make graphics, just jersey swaps for the draft, or like nice templates where we could have a background of the team for each of those slides where someone wins, instead of keeping the same Google Slides template and just adding a logo on that. We're looking for people, and I have unlimited budget until HO stops me. So just reach out to me, Jert on the websites, or Lepoil, Lespo. You know me. Fuck you. You're able to, and anyone can find me. If you can't, just ask your GM, who's the events head, and they'll be able to find me. All right. Thanks, Mehdi, for being here and not letting me do that alone.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next season, hopefully actually in the off season and not a whole week into the following season. But we'll get that sorted out. Thanks everyone, and have a great night, great weekend, and a great season 71.